What's up, y'all? I'm Ryan OJ, back with the More podcast with my boy Nick Manus, my co-host, and we're fucking doing it. We're out here living it, and we're having a great time. How you feel, bro?
Dude, I am feeling amazing. I had a fucking awesome weekend, bro. I had an amazing fucking weekend.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you somebody who didn't have an awesome weekend. We have a headline here that says, I'll go ahead and switch it over here because, dude, I don't know how to feel about this for a second because there's two sides of this tale. This is a tale of two cities. You know what I mean? Like, this is just
two cities. Okay.
This is kind of just like life, man, you know? So here's the news story. Woman goes viral for buying a 1998 Ford Escort for $289 a month for the next 84 months, 7 years. So, and then here's the photo of, so everyone can kind of get a deeper look. You see the car. That's not worth $300 a month for the next 7 years. She essentially got scammed. Can we both agree on that?
Yeah, definitely. Unless it goes like 250 miles an hour, we just don't know. Then
I don't think that's the case, bro.
No, definitely not.
and it gets worse, dude. So let me read the article.
Well, the bow is giving me the like signal that this is a present, right? Like this seems like a present from maybe her father. Is that what's happening here? But read me the story.
I don't know who that guy is, but I think that's the guy who sold it to her. I mean, look at the look on his face. He's like, yeah, I just scammed the fuck out this bitch. She has no clue. You know what I mean? But so essentially, well, it's the news story is actually kind of, it's too personal. They write too much stuff in it. So let me tell you that it turns out she's a mother, a single mother with 3 kids. And she got scammed into buying this 25-year-old car for $300 a month for the next 7 years, dude. That sucks, man.
That's tough, man. I mean, 3 kids, single mother, this car, that price. Jesus.
Literally. But here's the thing. I feel bad because that sucks, you know what I mean? But also, it's like, you know, do your research, or at least there's just no brain cells there. And the guy who sold it to her, I mean, that's a come up, bro. You just got passive income for a car that's maybe $1,500 total. You just got passive income for the next 7 years. You know what I mean?
That is insane. 200, like, I bet it doesn't last. Like, I mean, does it last even a year? You know what I mean?
We've got her right here. Let me go ahead and bring her in. Come on in. But what if I just brought her into the pod? But no, I can see.
Yeah, she like pulled you. You lift the garage door open and she drives inside.
me, and she still got the bow on it.
Yeah. Oh, you then transfer all the equipment for the podcast into the car and you're driving it around, and then it breaks down on the way you're going.
It lasted a total of 10 miles and 348 kilometers.
Still $250 for the next 7 years to go.
So
Jesus,
I just wanted to bring that up because it's like, damn, bro. Like, I think I've talked about getting scammed before. You know what I mean? But in today's day and age, where like, how many times a month on your social medias do you get just like obviously fake accounts, you know what I mean, messaging you like, hey, let's fucking get affiliated? And you know what I always do when they're like, hey, you know, what's one they'll ask me? They're like, you know, here's my crypto wallet. Can you watch this? It has a total of $1 million in it. It's like, and then they give me all this fake information to go to this website. Dude. And then you know what I do? I'm like, here's my social security number and my debit card information. And then they'll literally reply, no, I don't want that. Even though it's like, yes, you do, motherfucker.
Yes, you do. Yeah, no, anytime I get any message in regards to like, you know, like stocks or crypto on my social media, I'm like, this is fake. Like whoever is putting this out there, whether it's like a bot or person, like what? Like, how can you believe that to be true if you're getting that message? Like anytime I get anything in regards to money on my socials, if it's not me doing something else for someone in regards to like graphic design or just like any kind of like little personal business, it's like, then it's fake. It's fake. You know what I mean?
It's fake, dog. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake. And it's really wild because now like they're gonna start weaponizing AI, and I don't mean like Terminator type shit, you know, like get to the chopper, not like that, but like
Not
you know
yet.
they're gonna not yet. That may come, but they're gonna start writing scripts in AI and fucking have those sent out, which are probably gonna be so convincing. Or they're gonna, you know, AI is gonna come up with some scam that humans can't even fathom. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like your own friends in a sense, like your own
Oh,
family members. You know what I
that's
mean? Like
that's
imagine like if your mother sends you a Facebook, right? A Facebook messenger, and she's like, Brian, I just got my identity stolen. I need you to send me your stuff right now because like or something like that. And then you're like, I got you, mom. I got you know what I mean? And then boom,
yeah,
you're fucked. And then
yeah.
you're the one who just got your identity stolen.
Yeah, and I feel like that would be most like you can't do that over text because then I'd be like I'd question it. But if AI could like emulate my mom's voice and was like Ryan, because that's the only tone she talks to me. No, I'm kidding. But if it could call me using my mom's voice and I had no clue or I couldn't differentiate real from fake, that is fucking wild, you know?
Yeah, bro, that's twisted. That's evil. That's
Yeah,
evil.
dude. What if they use like? Just imagine this is what I would do if I worked for a tech company. We were trying to take people over or do something. I would make a little robot ladybug, right? A remote control ladybug, right? And it would carry, you know what contacts are for your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Right. 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 Yeah.
we would make these special contacts, right? Where the ladybug sneaks in the house, it comes through the floorboards or however ladybugs do. And you ever just see a random ladybug and you're like, where did you come from? How'd you get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, bro, and then it bites you, and then you turn into a lady man. You know what I mean? Like super ladybug powers.
Right, but where the fuck did they come from, and where's the rest of you guys? Like ants travel in packs, wolves travel in packs, but these ladybugs, the most fucking harmless thing on earth, they just travel alone, and somehow they're still here. They're doing it.
Yeah,
But
literally,
anyway,
dude.
back to my point. Back to my point. You'd be sleeping, and the ladybug would sneak into your room, and then it would open up your eyelids, like, but you couldn't even feel it, and then it would put on these fake eye contacts to where when you wake up in the morning, you're seeing what is being broadcast, and you can't even tell the difference between reality or this alternate reality that I have you seeing on these
That's
contacts.
yeah, that's fucked up. And then they take the contacts off, and your family thought you were going crazy, so you wake up in like a hospital or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When you thought that your reality was something completely different the whole time.
yeah.
Dude, I just had a thought, like, I mean, okay, back to the scammers, right? Like, so scammers, right? Like, they've got to have some like type of moral scammer code. You know what I'm saying? Like to the mother thing, it's like they're having their scammer meeting, right? It's like I'm the head scammer. I got all my minion scammers at the table. You know, they got their pens and their pencils out. It's like scammer class 101, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, we're like talking about what you do, the messages to send, like how to script it out and everything. But they're like, but you can't bring mothers into it because that's fucked up. You
he's
can't
like
bring.
he's like the Wolf of Wall Street for scammers. Like he's got everyone in a small office building and he's just hyping them up to scam people of their entire livelihoods. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna
Yeah.
take it all. I said take it all. You know what I mean?
It's like the scene in Ted, though. It's like the scene in Ted, but it's not because it's a different context. But it's like they're sitting at the table and we're like, we're making a restaurant. Everyone's allowed. Everybody. They're like Mexicans. You know what I mean? Black people. Everyone's allowed. And then at the very end of it, they're like, no Jews. Like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, word.
Right. And no mothers in the scam world.
Dude, another funny ass scene from Ted. I was showing my cousin actually this weekend is the heckler scene. Where they're like, yes, bro, they're improv, and they're like, all right, somebody give us an event, give us an event.
Wait,
And
tell the people they're in an improv event, and you know there's a bunch of people sitting in the crowd. There's a stage, and these people are on stage, and they're like, all right, they come out with this. Really
it's like a friendly improv thing too. These guys are like nice, they're friendly. You know, it's gonna be like a gentle time. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you can't see Ted and Mark, like they're all the way in the back of the room in the dark. And the guy's like, all right, I need somebody, anybody, give me an event. And then Ted's like 9/11, and
And the guy acknowledges it. He's like, "Huh, very funny. All
very
right."
funny, very funny. He's like, all right, how somebody give me a person? Mark's like, Robin Williams. And then they're like, Robin Williams on 9/11. They're like, well, and then at the very end, they said some other references that I don't know, and then they were like, at the end, he was like, somebody give me a person, like, okay, I'm gonna give you the scene, and then he's like, Bill Cosby. I'm like, God, Jesus. Here's the thing, bro. Oh my God. So I went to a concert this weekend, right,
Yeah.
to support a yoga friend, right, and it was his opening. It was opening night. He was releasing his album, right, and it was a smaller venue. It was at a church, and so yeah, right, it was at a church, and they had a comedian before, bro. They had a
No
comedian,
way.
and they had these trash bags that said like keeper or like or dump or something like or dumper, right?
And Kim
That dump,
Kardashian
bro,
got that dumper.
dude. I
Anyway,
could
that was the
probably
perfect.
work out with the dumper bag. You know, I could probably lift that bag.
But
You know
wait,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
understand it. Keeper and dumper. Like, what do people?
Like
What do
these jokes are keepers, and these are like losers.
so
Like
wait.
not
Oh, so
not good.
people, what you put like you ball up a piece of trash, and if he tells a joke, and then everyone goes over and puts it in the dumper.
No, he
I wonder how
throws
this
it.
works.
He throws the joke in the trash or
Oh,
the
if it
keep
doesn't, if
section.
it doesn't work,
Yeah, he didn't throw one, I don't think, in the keeper section, bro.
dude, was
But
it
here's the
awkward?
thing.
Was it extremely awkward?
Very awkward. Like, dude, it's just like it's all about the landing, right? It's like
Mhm.
you gotta land it, and it's just like
Was he
when he
confident in what he and how he was saying it? Did he believe in the jokes?
well, yeah, at first he did, but then that started to dwindle. You know what I mean? You could see it, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end, he was done, and then John went up to sing and start playing his music, and he had like said a joke, and then he's like, but I'm no comedian. And then the bartender was like, and neither was the guy, neither was the first guy or something.
And the guy's just in the back, like, what the fuck? Like, have you seen Typical Rick, where he goes up for he's trying to become an wait, I don't want to get
An actor, right? Well, yeah,
he's trying to be an actor, and he's like, maybe you should loosen yourself up with some stand-up comedy so you can try out for some comedy roles. And he's like, you know what, that might be right. So he goes up for stand-up comedy, and he's so nervous, and it's Nick Swartzen playing this character, and he's so nervous he's like, and you know, and then Rick starts heckling him from the room, and everyone starts laughing, and people are like, "You fucking idiot!" Like he just starts getting roasted, and the whole room's erupting with laughter. And he gets off the stage, and he's backstage like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" And then Rick comes in, he's like, "What do you mean? The whole room was dying laughing at you." But anyway,
But wait, hold on. Moral of the story is I feel like with comedy, and this is personally for me, like, and just like what we find funny, I need a little bit of darkness to it. I need a little bit of like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean, like, oh, like, you know,
yeah,
like
you want someone to say what's the
I
quiet
want
part
him
out loud.
I want him to, like you said, make me hate him and then get me on his side. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In a sense, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the whole point. That's what makes them good. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just I need a
Wait,
little dark humor.
I want to hear more about this keeper and dumper thing. So he brought that up. That wasn't like the church was like, "Hey, we're gonna try something new." Like,
No. Well, here's the thing. The concert was supposed to start at 7. It was from 7 to 10. I get there at like 7:30. I had a dinner with my family at the Elks. And yeah, right.
What are you?
Anyways.
Yeah, 7 years old. Anyway.
Well, they were, you know. Anyways, yeah. So I get there at 7:30, and this comedian is up there, and I can't say I remember. I can't say I remember much of what he said, to be honest. But
give me the layout of the room. Are people sitting in the church pews, and then they're up
No,
where like,
okay,
the sermon is being brought?
It's not in the church itself. It's like in another room that's outside of the church. There's like a stage. There's
Yeah.
like tables. There's a bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's like a couple of benches in the back. So it's like I walk in, and then there's the tables, and then there's the stage. Right? There wasn't a ton of people. It was a smaller gathering, but it was like the guy would just like say something, and it would just be quiet. It would just be like. It would just be crazy.
And because you're in a church, like, it was pretty clean material.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like there's a time and a place, and I just don't think a comedy, like a stand-up comic in a church scene before like a nice, soothing, gentle, relaxing like music concert.
Was the music like really smooth? Like,
yeah, it was smooth. It was like he played an acoustic guitar. He had a bass player and some drums. It was like some island music. You know what I mean? He wrote a song. He's got a song about the I guess when you go to the red there's like a bar on Put in Bay. I forget. It's like something saloon. Maybe I'm not totally sure. Or it's like the big the Roundhouse. The Roundhouse.
Roundhouse,
Yes.
yeah.
So there's a certain drink you get where you put the red bucket on your hat or something like
Interesting.
that. I don't even know. But he's like he's like little red bucket, little red bucket, dude. No, but it was good.
But
Like,
it was fire.
no, dude. Like I was the music was great. The comedy, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but what you were saying is like there's a time and a place. If you look at it, dude, that is the perfect time and the perfect place to tell some seriously dirty jokes. And because people want to be flabbergasted, like we're in a church, dude, and I'm fucking out here talking about,
bro,
you know, just really hit them with some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like there's nothing wrong with a little dirty Jesus joke. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't have to make. I wouldn't make it about Jesus. I would definitely talk about other things.
I feel like there's
religion.
There's a no. It's not mocking the religion, right? It's not mocking the religion. Here's the thing about dark humor and comedy. Okay, there's a precedent at the beginning that everyone knows that what that guy is saying up there should not be taken seriously or literally. Yeah. That's the whole point. It's not personal. It's supposed to be funny. It's an open area to be loose about like serious topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If he would have made the creative decision to come into that church with some dirty jokes or even some like not like extremely dirty, but just some questionable things, he could have done a lot better. Instead of I'm in a church, I need to be squeaky clean. I don't want to offend anybody. Yeah, offend somebody. You know, if you walk out of there and nobody's offended, you did it wrong.
Yeah, bro. No, I swear to God. No, yeah. So I mean, it was a fun night though. I had a great time. I had some great conversations with some great people. It was fun. And afterwards, I went to the new Planet Spun venue in Sandusky.
Really? There's a Planet Spun venue?
So there's like a Planet Spun venue in Sandusky now. So they're gonna have like shows. Like they had like a Lyrical Savages show yesterday. So they would have like some local rappers come.
Yeah.
And they would rap on the stage, and then when they were done, the DJ played some like really hard bass, like my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got to see some friendly faces I haven't seen in a long time, and one guy, Corey, who we had on the show.
Corey was there.
Corey. Yes, Corey was there, and we were hanging out, and he was like showing me some gloving tricks. And I feel like honestly, like he made me a lot better of a glover just last night than I really was before then, and so I'm really excited to dabble more into the gloving flows and stuff.
Getting back into it.
It was a lot of fun.
How'd you get there?
Well, I drove my mom's car.
Okay, you had your own. I didn't know if you like went with someone or if like it was like
Well, I didn't even really plan on going to Planet Spun because I committed to going to John's concert because I wanted to go and support him. You know what I mean? Because it's like if people reach out to me and they're like, I have a show or I'm doing something that I really like doing, like playing music, or like, how am I supposed to expect people to support my work and our show and my Namaste Nights even when I don't go and support other people? You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he's reaching out to me to go and listen to his music, I'm gonna go and show him support. You know what I mean? So I just went alone after my family's dinner, and then the Planet Spun thing was like 3 minutes away. So I was like, I'm just gonna pull through, and I did.
Oh, okay. I thought the Little Red Bucket, that event was in Port Clinton, but it was
in Sandusky. Yeah.
Okay. And where was I going with that? Oh, as for like supporting other creators, like dude, like when I see creatives posting things on Instagram and social media, dude, like literally I understand the idea that it literally costs me nothing to go throw a comment or just be like, awesome, sick, you know what I mean? Like just show some kind of support, because I think it speaks more than just numbers. I mean, when you read that shit and you see, people are receiving this well, or people are out there seeing my work, you know what I mean? Whether it's art, music, doing motivational quotes, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? And you see that it's at least one person, dude. I mean, other people might be different, but if one person hears this podcast and that's it, I'm fucking cool with that. Because you know what I mean? At least one person has heard this, or it's changed them, or even made them think from another angle than they may not do regularly,
Yeah, bro, and like I think it's unrealistic to think that when you're starting something that you're supposed to like affect like a huge large group of people all at one time. You know what I mean? It starts with one person, one small random act of kindness even in the community. You know what I mean? Like that's how you change the world, and that's how like you do anything in life. It's like a skill, you know what I mean, in a sense, like doing one little thing. It's like working out, like one day at a time, one person at a time. Then that one person turns to two, then those two people grab two more people, and that turns into 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a chain effect.
Yo, have you ever finished a pen?
Yes. Well,
Dude,
here's the thing.
like
I don't think I don't
pen.
think I've actually finished a pen, but for some reason I feel like when it's okay, because there's times when I can't write with a pen and there's no ink coming out, but I can clearly see there's ink in the pen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm shaking the ink and I'm shaking it. You know what I mean? And it doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like that I can't see the inside of the pen, like the fact that like okay. So
well,
let's say there's a tube of something, right? There's a tube.
Mm-hmm.
And you squeeze the whole tube out. But then the outer edges of the tube still may be covered. You know what I mean? It's like a toothpaste bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just harder to like get the rest out. I don't know. Personally, yes, I guess the answer is yes, but no.
But it's so wild. Like I was writing all these fucking notes, and all of a sudden this pen stops working. I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I'm in a garage right now, and maybe it's a little cold in here. I was like, maybe the ink just got thickened up. A little thickums. But that's not the case. It's actually just out of ink completely. But yeah, so finishing pens and whatnot. I want to transition into a more playful subject here, maybe a hands-on activity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What's your best impression? Do you have any? Do you do any impressions?
Impressions, as in like, are we talking about if I'm talking to a girl or just like a group of people or like a family setting? I mean,
impersonating another person, like.
Oh, like utter nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of, yeah. Do I do an impression? I mean, I feel like I can do impressions if you give me somebody. But if I think off the top of my head, because it's not like I'm like, oh well, I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't impression someone off the top of my head that I can just think of. You know what I mean? But if you give me somebody, then I can give you an impression. Like give me somebody. Give me someone to impersonate right now.
Sylvester Stallone. That's Rocky.
Rocky.
You don't.
You gotta have it, man. You gotta get the win, bro. You just gotta keep on fighting, man. You gotta go one step at a time, man. You might be down 7, 8, 9 rounds, but you still got 3 more rounds left to knock the guy out, man. I'm telling you. Yeah,
dude, I like it. That was good. Okay, give me one.
I'll give you one. Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it sound like him?
Yeah, that was a good ass laugh. That was great.
One that
it's a little more digestible. Okay. All right. Yeah. Can you do Rick from Rick and Morty?
That's good. Morty, give me a beer. Morty, you fucking idiot. This is space travel. What do you mean? This is space travel. We're going through interdimensional space right now. This is no time for games and laughs and giggles and unicorns and butt fucks,
That was great.
I don't think that sounded like Rick, but it may.
Dude, but here's the thing: the energy was there. Like it's like the stuttering drunkenness of Rick that you nailed right there.
Yeah, and that's all. Like impressions, like what they say, like a technique to get good at impressions is like it's more than just the voice. Like you have to embody the person you're trying to impersonate, and that's like facial expressions and all that kind of stuff. Like if you're gonna do Elvis, you'd be like, "Come here, shit. Hey, huh?" You know what I mean? Like,
yes, dude, yes, bro. Honestly, for people that don't know, Utter Nonsense, a great fucking game. Ryan and I's favorite game right now to play, except for Uber. But that's besides the point. Utter Nonsense is where you pick accents or impressions out of one pile. It's like apples to apples. And you have like a host or a leader that picks the type of impression or accent to do. And then you have everybody else with their set of cards that they pick something for that person to say in that accent or impression.
Right. And if you didn't understand that, it's just like Cards Against Humanity. The person who's the judge has an accent card, and everyone hands the judge a fucked up card to say in a British accent, in a Australian accent, a stoner accent, a crying accent. There's even one that says giving birth. So you go ahead and imagine how you would impersonate giving birth while saying, you know, chickadee China, the Chinese chicken, have a drumstick and your head starts clicking. You know what I mean?
Honestly, my favorite one was to do the other day was side talker. Side talker. All I'm saying is I saw her at the bar with Jimmy, and that's all I'm going to
say. Dude, what the fuck? That is so good.
But really quick, since we're on the topic of I mean, we're not really on the topic, but because I said do a Rick impression, I might as well pull out my gift from my good friend, Mr. Ryan Mauger. I went to his house the other day, and I get there, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, and he's like, close your eyes. And I'm like, you know, I close my eyes, right? He comes downstairs, he puts this in my hand, the LaMelo Ball 2 Rick and Morty's.
Yeah.
This is the box. That's and the shoes are breathtaking, to say the least. So we'll go one at a time here. The Rick shoe, okay? So it says rare right here on the side, and then you got Rick's head right there at the top, and then on the inside of the tongue, you can't see it. Oh, right there are the words. It says wubba dub dub dub.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Is it wubba lubba?
Yeah, wubba lubba
it's wubba lub dub dub. Yes, wubba lubba. And then the Morty shoe. So they're completely two different colors.
Hell yes.
So then the Morty shoe, it's got Morty on the front here, and then it says "Get your shit together" because that's his catchphrase. So I just want to say thank you to my friend Ryan.
Dude,
and I'm gonna be putting these in a glass case above my bed, and I'll never wear them because that's how amazing they are. But anyways, as you were saying, what?
Do a other side, the inside of the Morty shoe. I want to see the inside of the Morty shoe.
So I haven't picked out what that says.
Yeah,
because it's like a 1. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 100, but this looks like an F though. Like this looks like an F.
It looks like 10F1.
Yeah, 10F1. I'm not totally sure what that means. Maybe it's Morse code. I don't know.
Well, it's got to be something to do with Rick and Morty, but maybe not because rare doesn't have anything to do with Rick and Morty. That's on the inside of the Rick shoe.
Right. I mean, we could always Google it, but yeah, I just want to say shout out to the BFF.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to do something nice for you, man. Because you know you put a lot of work into this podcast, and I wanted you to feel appreciated, man. So I wanted to do that for you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and on that topic of like basketball and stuff like that, I want to actually start playing. I know it's cold as fuck here in Ohio right now, but like I want to get on the court. There's just something about like. And maybe this is my ego, but I think this is a healthy side of ego. But I want competition. I want a game to be better than somebody. You know what I mean?
No, dude. No, well, bro, I'm telling you, bro, the Fremont Rec is really the truth. Like we go there, we play, we have games there. And it's not like, okay, so it's, of course you get there immediately and you see there's tall kids. You see there's a lot of them. They got
the tall kids.
They're running up and down the court. There's some kids that are going to be bigger than you. But, bro, we really go there and we really hold our own and we win games. You know what I mean? So it's all about, pulling through with the squad, having chemistry, and just, being unselfish with the ball. Playing the fundamentals, bro. And it's all about also doing what you're good at and not doing too much or trying to be the hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to know your role. That's you got to know your role. Don't be the hero, know your role. How about that? And while we're also on the topic of basketball, I want to kind of ask you, what character? Okay, if you were a Looney Tunes character, which one would you be? And here's just a couple of them. Yeah, there's more. There's fucking.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I don't want to be that guy and say I'd be Bugs Bunny. Because, like, that's not fun. It's like, oh, I'm Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm looking here, and it's like, am I Daffy Duck? You know what I mean? I don't think I'm Daffy Duck. I just or not Daffy Duck. Is that Daffy or what's that?
That's
That
Daffy,
Duck's name?
yeah.
That's Daffy. I just don't
Mhm.
think I'm Daffy Duck. I don't have that mustache that the dude with the hat has. Maybe I okay. If I'm not Daffy Duck, I'm like the white and black animal on the left. What's his name?
Pepe Le Pew?
Yeah, maybe I'm Pepe. I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. I just I just don't know. I just don't know. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I think I'm not gonna be. I'm Daffy. I'm Bugs Bunny. I'm Bugs Bunny. I'm so
Okay,
excited.
you said, you know what, I'm not gonna be that guy, but you're definitely that guy.
Yeah.
So there's some more, but okay, actually no, we did this wrong. I should tell you who you are, and you should tell me who I am.
Okay.
So let me go back. Because I mean there's so many characters. Oh yeah, here we go. We can I mean there's so many more characters, you know?
Okay. I would say if I'm saying who you are, I would say you're either Taz or you're the piggy, like the little piggy with
Ah!
the.
Dude, honestly, those are two fantastic picks. Those are two great picks.
But the thing is,
And
when I think name though, like I always think of Pierre Turgeon Moget. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So I'm like Pepe Le Pew. You know, so I'm like that kind of it kind of is the same thing. You know what I mean?
dude, it's funny because Pepe Le Pew is like this character that's known for like being smooth with the other characters, but he's a skunk and he uses his I think he's a skunk. He uses his scent to like, you know what I mean,
Bro,
as
you're
like
so
cologne.
you're so Pepe Le Pew then because you
No.
know what Ryan taught me? Ryan taught me how to fart respectfully in front of people. Now,
What?
now
I don't even know what the fuck he's about to say, y'all.
maybe it's not even respectfully, but one of the first times I don't even know when this happened or when he got the idea to do this, but what Ryan will do is I'll be in mid conversation or we'll be like doing something, right? We'll be walking down the street, we'll be in a hallway, we'll be in a room, and he's like, guys, wait. And he'll run really quick and he'll jump up in the air in a straight line and he'll fart, right? So it's like jump and then he lands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, that is the strategy I use now for if I'm like getting serious with a girl. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. At
Yeah.
the end of the day,
Mhm.
it's like if I'm getting serious with a girl, if I'm gonna date you, I'm gonna fart around you, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. And
Uh-huh.
so I found that your strategy for how you implement that is very effective. It's funny. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's the whole point. If you put it on comedy, you know what I mean? If you make her feel like it's okay to fart around you, you know what I mean? It's like
Dude,
you don't
you're
really
right
you
about
know
that. It's cheeky, it's fun, and also it's in
It's literally it's cheeky. It's so fucking cheeky.
it's cheeky and fun. And the thing is that when when you like at where was I going with that? It's cheeky, it's fun, and then we broke out in laughter. Um,
You a girl farting around a girl and being comfortable with them farting around you.
yeah, I
Trying
was
to
going somewhere. Damn it! But you're basically telling them it's okay. But and I thought you were gonna say when you run up to someone and you jump and squat in the air and then fart directly in their mouth.
yeah,
That,
okay. That's
but that's breaking barriers right there. Is this girl gonna be with you for the rest of your life or what? You
yeah.
know.
Yep.
Um.
And Ryan has done that also, but he's also not done that. He's also just jumped in a straight line in the air.
And because Joe's not here right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pick his character for him. He's the big chicken. He's the big ass chicken.
In
You
the
know what I mean?
back?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That have you do you know that character? He's like big, fun loving chicken.
Okay,
Re-
I'll take your word for it because I'm looking at these other characters and he's not a Daffy Duck. He's not a Luigi on the left. He's not the short guy with the mustache. You know, yeah, I think he's a fun, lovable chicken character.
Yeah, you know what? I think yeah, he's no, he is the fun, lovable chicken character. So if I'm gonna pick for you, and hear me out, I would pick Roadrunner, right? You know
Oh, that's
Roadrunner?
Roadrunner. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
Because
that. I like
because
that.
you run it up you have a high motor. You're going at a fast you go to a fast tune. Your barometer or what is that called?
I just got a ton of energy, I guess, or like I'm just like fast paced, or
No,
like
yeah. What is that called though? You know, a music thing that goes back and forth and it ticks. Tick.
I think is it a barometer?
No, it's not a barometer. Um, damn it. Why is that on the tip of my tongue?
I don't know. Look it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, we have to
Um,
figure it out at this point.
music thing that keeps beat. Yeah, they already know. They're like, you idiot.
So
This is the
Looney Tunes is Warner Brothers, like right? Like Looney Tunes is Warner Brothers, and then you got Mickey Mouse, which is Disney, right? You know what I'm
metronome.
saying?
Um,
Metronome. Okay,
yeah,
metronome.
metronome. So wait, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, like so Looney Tunes is owned by Warner Brothers, right? Because Looney Tunes and like Mickey Mouse don't
Different.
have the same they're different. Like they're
Hmm.
different. Okay.
Yeah. Joe's either the big lovable chicken or he's the Martian in the middle here.
I could see The Martian, yeah. Dude, I think The Martian's dope, bro.
Yeah.
The Martian's dope. Okay, what was the name of that movie that we watched with the band that holds the radio hostage
Oh,
with the
that's
fake eyes?
Airheads.
Airheads. What's the main character of that movie?
Brendan Fraser, or yeah,
Brandon Fr- Brandon
Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser.
Brendan
Brendan.
Fraser. Dude, he was in one of my favorite Looney Tunes movies ever. And it was a real life Looney Tunes movie where he's the
Really?
main character and it's like a real life, but then the Looney Tunes characters are in the movie as well, right?
Exactly. Just
But
like the one
but
they did with Michael Jordan.
yes, Space Jam. Yes, exactly. But yeah.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
that man, it's like I forget the name of it though, or else I'd say the name, but Brandon Fraser was a great movie. And it's cool because it's like, you know how in This Is the End with like Seth Rogen and James Franco, how they play themselves,
Oh my
right?
God.
You know
It's
what I'm saying?
dude, it's Looney Tunes back in action, baby.
Dude, that's such a it's like
I,
at the
I
beginning they're like negotiating contracts with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
yeah. It's like a behind the scenes of like the show business, and then it's like also yeah, dude, Looney Tunes, bro. Fuck yeah, Looney Tunes did some good ass um, live motion like films. You know, they outside of the cartoon world into the real world. Fuck yeah, they did some good shit. Space Jam, classic. Looney Tunes back in action, classic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Classics.
dude, that came out in 2003.
That's so crazy, bro. Like, it's really crazy because I really think that we would be remembering stuff from way long ago, and we feel like it's not that long ago. Like, I feel like I was like like 6 or 7, like not 3 when I saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Right? And guess when Space Jam came out?
That was in the night. It was in 99 or 98,
Close. Close.
97,
Nope.
2000.
96.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. But so you'd either be Roadrunner or yeah, Bugs Bunny. You can have the main character vibes, that's fine. But
I love that.
and
Rock and roll.
as we
What's up, Doc?
hey, what's up, Dak? As we continue through the show, from Looney Tunes to this subject, keep an open mind here because just keep an open mind. Okay?
Always do.
Always.
Always.
So I'll go ahead and read the headline first and foremost. We have school superintendent resigns after third grader found his gun in a bathroom stall.
Okay.
All right. A Texas superintendent has resigned after his gun was found in a school bathroom by a student. The third grader who found the gun reportedly did not touch it, and no one was hurt in the incident. Parents were not informed of the incident until a February 16th school board meeting.
Okay.
Did you get that?
I got it. I got it. I love it.
And that's the show, folks. We'll see you next week.
That's it.
Yeah, anyway, oh my god, my mic smells. Anyway,
you just, bro, I love you. Just did that to yourself. You just farted on the mic you're talking into. Bro,
the superintendent of Texas Rising Stars Independent School District has resigned. Okay, we already heard this. His name was Robbie Stoutenville. His gun was found in January after after he began carrying a handgun on campus in accordance with state law. Jones carried weapons on campus because of school shootings that have occurred across the country. Anyway, regardless, how the fuck does that happen? You know what I mean? Like, so you're this. It just seems so like played out. You know what I mean? Like, how does
You're
that
the
happen?
superintendent. Okay, so he's clearly got the gun in his belt area, right?
Right, it's open
He went to
carry
go
too.
he went to go take a shit, right?
Okay.
He went to take a shit. He set his gun on the floor, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're taking a shit and we set our phones on the little toilet paper rack sometimes, to wipe. Anyways, and so he just clearly forgot to grab his gun and put it back in his pants. Now, here's the thing. If you're why here's the thing. If you're gonna have I don't even know how to start with this. Like, really.
I know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't even know how to start with this, because it's like, why would you be carrying a gun in your waistband in the school? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when we were in school, we would always make the argument like, well, can't a teacher like have a gun in a safe or something like that in the class or something like that in case of any type of thing? I think that like it's all about balance, right? So it's like, okay, if someone's gonna if you're a superintendent and you have a gun inside the school, then you can't be carrying it around. You know what I mean? You can't just be like going to nonchalantly take a shit with your pistol in your fucking pants. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, the thing is like when you need it most is what you
never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, you never know when you're gonna need it. Let me give you the context behind when and why they started carrying. The principal in this character here started carrying these guns is because after the Uvalde school shooting, which killed 19 children and 2 adults, that's 21 people total. Texas reinstated their gun laws, guns in schools, where like school officials could have them. Obviously, this guy's just dumb as shit, but
yeah, literally, like, God, seriously.
But it's just like they said the gun was left unattended for 15 minutes. And you know what I mean? I'm just like, so do you agree that he should resign and he should have no job?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, if you're dumb enough to leave your fucking pistol on the shitter in a school, I mean, what a third grader found the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to walk away at that point. Yeah,
that's true. That's just embarrassing.
You have a dumbass running your school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's like, now we're probably just overthinking this. He probably really was taking a shit and he left his pistol. Not the overthinking the dumbass part, but the overthinking, like, in a sense where, like, what if he was leaving the gun there for somebody?
No, that's what I'm saying is like, doesn't it seem so like, it just seems like, of course, like this school official like left his gun in a stall, and it's just like, I don't know, it smells fishy to me, you know what I mean? Because who wants to take that one for the team of like supporting gun control and make a complete fool of yourself by leaving it, you know what I mean? Like when they're at the evil people meeting and they're like, how are we going to get people to accept gun control? And then they pull out of a hat, leave gun in stall inside of an elementary school, and then they spin a wheel to fucking figure out who in the room has to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know how they choose this shit, but I mean, obviously that's far-fetched, but no, it's probably just because not everything's a conspiracy. It's probably just a real thing that happened, and it made national headlines. So
but as for like the telling the parents thing, it's like, if it's in January, like, and the guy resigns, like, does he wait to resign until the board meeting, or does he just resign? They just didn't say why he resigned. He just resigned, and then they went to the board meeting, and then they talked about.
No, he kept his job. So it happened in January, right? It happened in January. We don't know when in January, but the parents weren't informed until February 16th, right?
So wait, hold on. What about the kid? Did he not tell his parents? Did this kid just find a gun, tell somebody, and he's like, that's it? Like, that's it? Yeah. He had to have told his friends. You know what I mean?
He had to third grader. How old?
Bro, if I'm in third grade and I go take a shit and I find a gun on the stall, I'm gonna go for. I'm telling my friend, yo,
How
bro, I just went and took a shit. I saw a fucking pistol
how
on the.
old was a third grader, Nick?
Um, I don't know, third
Yeah.
grader, so 9,
Dude,
10.
you know what I was doing
You're
at
telling me
fucking
if you
9
saw a
years old,
pistol in
dude?
third grade, you wouldn't go and tell your best friend that you saw a pistol in the shitter?
Between the ages
You're
between the
telling
ages
me you're 10 years old, you're 9 years old. Okay, leave shitter and all this other language to the side. You're going potty. You got your bathroom hall pass. You
Mhm.
got your uniform, right? You got your hands in your pockets, you know what I mean? You're looking down the hallways, you go and open the bathroom stall, and there's a firearm. There's a firearm on the toilet paper rack. You're like, oh my gosh, I gotta tell Johnny. You know what I'm
Wait, wait,
saying?
wait, wait. Do you shit in that stall or do you do you just run out immediately?
I'm probably like, well, now that's interesting because honestly, the way I see it and play it in my head is that like I still gotta take that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
If
Wow.
anything, I'm like kind of like taking the shit and looking at it for a second because it's like it's in those moments where you're like, whoa, it's like a stunning moment. It's like this is a once in a like and like yes, it's
Right.
fucked up to have a gun, right? But it's like if you're the kid, you're like, whoa, like what the fuck? Like there's this gun. It's like when I create a new piece of art. Now this is different, right? I just stare at it because it's finished, it's done. It's like, wow, this is I'm in awe. I'm in awe of this. It's an in awe moment, right? And all can be good or bad. Like you're just like, wow, just taken by life. I would be like, wow, like I would be looking at
And
it like,
the poop would probably be fucking pressed against your underwear because you shit yourself.
yeah, literally, yeah, yeah, bro.
So last thing on the school firearm thing is like, well, actually not last thing because dude, you know what's crazy? Transitioning from the whole gun scenario, I saw a video of they took like, what is it called? Not like not a infrared light and not a black light, but they use some kind of thermal camera, not a thermal camera, but a camera of some sort.
Yeah.
Um, and somebody like this was an experiment. It wasn't like they were spying on people or anything. This wasn't like a funny thing. It was like for
Okay.
science. It was in the name of science.
Science.
They took this thermal thing and then somebody took a dookie in this bathroom, right? In just a small, not in like a big like for instance school bathroom. No, this was like, you know, a single room. You go in, there's a sink and there's a toilet, maybe a shower, you know, some shampoo, a loofah, that type of shit. Anyway,
I love. Yeah.
and they poop and then they put up the camera, right? And then they flush the toilet with the lid open, and as it flushes you see all of the poop particles and where they spread out across the room when you don't close the lid when you flush the toilet. So all
Oh.
of the dude, it's sickening. And if you, I don't know about you, but if you keep your toothbrush in a non-concealed container out on the bathroom sink, dude, it's all over the sink. It's all over the hand towel that you dry your hands with. It's all over the doorknobs and it's all over everything. And imagine how many shits do you think you take, you know, a week
A
in
day.
that bath? Okay, a day. How many a day?
At
Yeah,
least two.
at least two. Okay, two over a week. 2 times 7. That's 14 dumps of just particles
Now,
in the room.
now here's the thing. All right. Now, okay, you have to be over time. You have had to have built some sort of immunity to this. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we are animals. Yes. So it's like you can only fight off so much when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I literally, for a job, pumped out shit
You
of
did.
boats. You know what I mean?
You did.
No, you gotta have like some sort of immunity of it. But I mean, hey, just wash your hands, kids. You know what I mean? Just wash your hands, scrub with soap,
Well, but
water, rinse. Dude,
but
and here's the thing though, when I shit, I always shut the toilet. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah, me too.
I'm a very respectable shitter and bathroom user when I go to the bathroom, right? If I'm peeing, I lift up both seats.
Mhm.
Okay. It's just like there are some things that people don't do out of pure laziness, right? Just lift up both seats. And then when you take a shit or if women go to pee or poop, you don't have to worry about piss being on the toilet, right?
But the thing is I don't. The only thing that needs to be touching toilet seats and lids are my ass cheeks. You know what I mean? I don't,
Right.
I don't want to put my hand on there and lift it up, or even take using toilet paper to lift it up. So literally,
That's why
what
you
I
got to
do,
get skilled with the shoe. You got to get skilled with the feet.
no, with the shoot is what you should be skilled at with your how you're shooting your piss. Because dude, I'm a little unorthodox. So if the toilet's straight, like square with me here, I take one extra step to the left, right? So now I'm on the side. I'm angled. I'm diagonal to the toilet. Okay.
Oh, I know exactly where this is going, but keep going.
I pull out my dick and then I aim towards the beach. You know, there's the toilet, there's the bowl of water, and then there's the beach. You know what I mean?
Yep. How
I
it slides down.
Yeah, so I pee on the part that's there's no water. I pee on the beach. So
And then like the angle is it's gonna pee down a slide almost. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and like it's the water isn't bubbling and shooting. You know, the bubbles pop and it's pushing piss everywhere. No, this is hitting the beach and it's sliding into the water. And then, dude, if I do get a little reckless or even you know what I mean, like take too heavy of a breath and somehow there's some pee on the toilet seat, at that point you grab some TP, one single swipe around the thing, throw it out, and then
You're
close
done.
the lid and flush.
Yes,
How to
absolutely.
piss with Ryan Mosier.
Yes. But dude, that's how I pee in urinals, right? Because if you're peeing straight at the urinal wall, it's like you throw a ball at a wall, and where's it gonna come? Straight back at you, right?
Yeah,
But
that's physics.
if you throw a ball, like if you roll a ball, like there's the urinal wall, right? And then there's that beach, right? There's that like I don't want to say it's a beach, it's like how the walls curve in. So if I pee against the curve, then my pee is gonna slide to the right and down
Mhm.
like a toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
so that way I avoid piss coming and hitting me. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I do know what you're saying.
Now let me ask
And
you a question really quick. Do you think it's worse? Now, what do you dislike more? When you open a toilet or you go into a bathroom or you smell shit or piss?
shit. I feel violated.
Interesting. Okay, right. Okay. Okay. Violate.
So
Okay.
no,
Now,
I've never walked into a well, okay, there's some when it's piss, it's bad because all shit is not very good. You know, all shit's like,
right.
I would rather not be putting that butt air into my lungs. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But but when you walk into someplace that piss has been festering and literally like sitting around and it's pungent and it almost stings your nose like
yeah.
that's over time, you're right, that sucks, but that sucks, that's it.
And the thing is, bro, it's like when people don't flush their piss,
Mhm.
I that irritates me.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if it's piss or shit or if you throw anything in that toilet, it should get flushed because it's a respectable thing to do. Listen, if you live alone and you don't have anyone coming over and you want to shit and piss in your toilet and not flush, all the power to you. You know what I mean? But I want everyone to go into my bathroom
yeah,
or go into the bathroom that I just used knowingly that they can have a fresh experience. You know what I mean? Like when you go to use the bathroom, right, and you gotta pee and you gotta shit, like you're about to release something. It's about to feel good. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And the fact that you have to go in there and just like have another problem right at the start, or not be
yeah.
able to enjoy your experience because of a smell or there's piss on the seat, you gotta clean it all. It's like really,
Well,
you know what I'm
when
saying?
sometimes when the tax or when the clock is ticking and you get into the bathroom and you only have a couple of seconds before you've got to release that beast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now you get in and you open up the toilet seat and you see piss, and you know that you don't have time to flush that toilet and let it recycle because you've got to still undo your pants, get it down to your ankles, and stick the landing, right? So it's like, so dude, you don't want to have piss when you got to release the dumper. When you poop, you don't want it slapping back up onto your cheeks or your butthole, and it's not. I don't even want it when it's regular water, but when it's piss water, that sucks. You know what I mean? Now you got
It's like you go into a bathroom, someone who left some raunchy smelling piss in there because they just drink pop and no water all day and
yeah,
eat like shit, and then you got to sit on that because you didn't have time. You know what I mean? To let it loose because you're about to shit yourself. Not only that, there's probably a couple of dribble drops on the
Ripple drops, yeah. But I'll tell you this little inside secret, and anybody who's made it to almost an hour into this podcast, you're about to get some insider information here. Okay, so listen closely. No matter what, if you're going to be pooping or peeing or whatever, 1 or 2 squares of TP, throw it in the middle of the thing, takes away from any splashing effect that could be happening. So if you got a dump, and it's coming out of you at an exuberant speed, then fucking just rip off a little piece of toilet paper, like 2 squares, let it take some surface area of the water, and then poop on top of that, and then it almost catches it. It's almost like it's almost like a cushion for the dude.
It's like if you jump in a pool and you jump on a floaty, you're not gonna really hit the water, right? But if I jump straight into the water and I get a deep jump, then the water is going to have that. It's like with every reaction is equal and positive.
Yeah.
Every action is a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Every action has a equal reaction.
Now let me tell you this. So like so people will like maybe blow their nose or they'll like wipe off a countertop and they'll throw the toilet paper or napkin in the toilet, right? And they won't flush it. Now, here's the thing. I understand that because you're wasting water or whatever, and it's just a piece of paper. But for some reason, bro, there's just something that, like, just what's that feeling when, like, you something down your spine? Like, you just get that
chills.
You get the chills down your spine or whatever it may be when I pee and my piss is hitting, like, toilet paper or paper and it has that, like, sound like that. You know what I mean? Like, I want my pee to go straight in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it's like hitting the toilet paper for some reason, that just gives me a weird, I don't know. It sends tingles up my spine. That's what it is. Tingles. You know what I mean? I'm just like, ugh. I don't know. It's like I get the same feeling when I like scratch like my nails down a chalkboard or like as something, you know what I mean? Or styrofoam. It's like one of those same feelings where I'm just like, ugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get goosebumps, like visible goosebumps?
Not.
Or do you just get the feeling? Not what it's from, but like, do you know what goosebumps are?
Yes, I get goosebumps. Like if I'm like for instance, like when you get really cold, like those bumps are goosebumps, are they not?
Yeah, they are.
So I get those.
Because like I know some people who get them like first and foremost very easily, and then also like you can clearly see them on their skin, like it's actually like their hair follicle. I don't know what is the bump of a goosebump? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to type that in because what is it? You know?
Science. Hey, while you're typing that in, I want to wait because I want to finish this topic and then move on to the next topic because I got a couple of cool little things to show the audience.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
All right.
I'm kidding. Okay. What is a goosebump? Oh my God, this is cool information. I'm excited for this. Okay. Let me share the screen.
Okay.
What goosebumps? Okay, so we still produce goosebumps when cold. Goosebumps occur when tiny muscles in our skin's hair follicles called erector pili muscles pull hair upright. For animals with thick fur, the response helps to keep them warm, but it doesn't do so for people. Still, this ability to make goosebumps persists in humans and other animals that don't have enough hair to retain warmth.
So it's supposed to keep us warmer, but it doesn't work because we don't have enough hair to keep us warmer.
Yeah. But also but not cold exposure isn't the only thing that can give you goosebumps. You know what I mean? Have you ever like listened to a song that gave you goosebumps, or have you ever like somebody ever told you a fucking like deep story and you're like, oh fuck.
The thing is though, like when I get goosebumps, the literal physical goosebumps on my body, it's only usually from the cold. But I do get feelings of like the chills when someone like strikes me with an emotional story, or like I get like that feeling when someone says something scary and I feel the chills down my spine, right? Like it tingles down my spine. But the only physical goosebumps I get is when I'm in the cold. You know what I mean? But I was actually talking to my family about like the chills feeling. We went to a play or a musical called Hadestown. It won the Tony Award for Best Musical of the Year, right? And it
Really?
was good. They're talented. It's amazing. We love going to the shows. I haven't been to a musical in a long time, so it was just nice to get in the theater. You know what I'm saying? It was nice to go and
It's
see a
always
show.
nice to get in the theater.
But the thing is, though, like, and no disrespect to the show, because like I said, they're very talented. It was a great show. I like the story, but it didn't give me the chills. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't send me in an emotional, like, just what's it called? Emotional, like, I don't know, like, just I just wasn't struck with emotion. You know
But
what I
was
mean?
there people like crying in the audience, like dabbing their?
I no, not really. I didn't feel it like that. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen like, I went to New York City and I saw a Broadway show. It's called Kinky Boots, right? It was called Kinky
Kinky
Boots.
boots.
Kinky Boots. And it's
Oh.
I forget exactly the storyline, but it goes along the lines of, like, it's this guy working in a factory and he wants to be a dancer, and he creates these boots, right? These shoes that he dances with. And, like, dude, like, when I watched that shit, bro, like, bro, when he was up there and he sang that shit, bro, like, dude, I felt that shit, right? Like, you feel that sometimes, like, that emotional wave of chills, like, oh my, like, dude, no, yeah, he struck me truly. But yeah, like,
There's a Kinky Boots show in Cincinnati, Ohio, man, coming up.
no, I'm sure it's good. I forget there's the actor's name. He's an absolute star. But yeah, that's the show.
Absolute star. This what the fuck? These are the boots he makes to dance in?
Yes.
What? Oh,
And
man.
that's the main character right there.
Go on here. Share this tab instead.
I forget if no, that's not. So the main character is the black man or female on the right here.
Right here?
Nope, down in the dress. Yes. No, the red. Yes, right there. Yes. So I believe that the person who played him was a guy, and I think that it's like, I forget if it's drag themed or if he's transgender. I forget. So I don't want to be politically incorrect when I'm talking about that, but it was phenomenal. Like, that's the point. Like, set chills down my fucking spine. Amazing. I love that musical.
This
And
gave you chills down your spine.
I swear to God, bro. you say don't judge a book by its cover, bro. And, like, dude, it won the Tony that year for Best Musical, and this was like probably in 2015 or 14 when I saw this show. So I was in high school or middle school, and it was on Broadway, bro, and it was just amazing, bro. It was so amazing. I love musicals. I love Wicked too. You know Wicked, the musical?
I don't know Wicked.
So you know Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
So Wicked is kind of like a spin-off where it talks about, like, the witches, right? And the backstory behind it. And spoiler alert, I'm just gonna for anyone who doesn't want to be spoiled by Wicked the musical, spoiler. But the scarecrow in Wicked, right? The scarecrow saves the Wicked Witch. So you know how the Wicked Witch, like, melts? So at the very end of Wicked, at the end, the scarecrow comes and lets her out of this bunker, right? So she never really dies, right?
So
like,
Wicked is set after the Wizard of Oz.
No, it's set in it before, during, and after.
Oh wow.
It's like the backstory, but Dorothy isn't in it. She's like in it, but not in it. Like, it's like you see her shadow. Yeah. But dude, no, musicals are fantastic. But musicals to the side. Let's talk about the props I want to show the audience really quick. So I'm going to Okeechobee Festival on Tuesday. I'm going to be in Florida for 2 weeks. I'm very excited. So when I went to Lost Lands, I met a lovely girl, and she let me play with her dinosaur toy, right?
Yeah,
and so, not in that way. But anyways, so she had this dinosaur, right? And his name was Sully, right? And it was just like a little headbanger toy. You can go on my Instagram and look at the video of me headbanging with the dinosaur. And I love to get people riled up with shit, right? So I'd be on the rail, I'd get them riled up, you know what I mean? And I'd be working the rail too, and I get them riled up, and then I just, like, pull out the dinosaur, and then I'd headbang with the dinosaur, right? So I'm like, I'm going to Okeechobee. You know, this is fun to pull out these toys, these inner child toys, and get people all riled up and get them going crazy. So I ordered this. This is SpongeBob
Yep.
with the bunny barbell. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
the bunny barbell.
Bro, I'm gonna pull this out and people are gonna go crazy. And then today I was at my aunt's, right? And I was like, whose is this? And she's like, it's yours now. And I'm like, bet.
No way. Wait, is he squishy?
Yeah, he's squishy.
Oh, dude, that makes it 10 times better, especially at like a festival when you know, the SpongeBob thing's hard, but that's squishy. You could fucking even just squish him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like, oh my god. Yeah, so anyways.
Too bad. He's like,
yeah, no, I'm very excited. Anyways, yes.
So yeah, man, you're gonna be you know, adventuring. You're gonna be off at Okeechobee. You're gonna be down in Florida for a little bit. 2 weeks. I'm sad, you know, that, but I'm also looking forward to the opportunity to try to even find someone to even grace the tip of the iceberg of the co-host that you are. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, I'm sad to see you go, but you know, I'm gonna make it happen.
It's only for 2 weeks, but yes, we have Ryan maybe bringing you guys a little special surprise episode, so just stay tuned.
I think they're
too
all,
much away.
They're all special.
But,
so, yeah.
Yes, but this specific segment or show we talked about when we were at your house.
For sure. It's gonna be fun, no doubt. Other than that, I mean, damn, do you want to get into let's see here. I have some deeper things.
Hey, Jake Paul got knocked out. Well, no, he didn't get knocked out, he lost. Jake Paul lost.
He did lose. I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. He fucking lost. And dude,
did you think he should have lost?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyson Fury was definitely the better fighter. But in between, like, so it was an 8-round fight, and at like round 6, right? They're in the fucking corners. The two, you know, it's like a 30-second break they get, you know. In between that, a report, like an announcer, somebody from the media crew goes over to Logan Paul, who's standing in the stands, you know what I mean? And he goes, Logan, what did you tell your bro? Like, so the whole arena can hear it and the broadcast. Like, this was part of the broadcast. He goes, Logan, what did you tell your brother before he stepped into the ring tonight? And Logan's like, I'm not going to quote him word for word, but he's like, you know, I know you're going to do this. You're born for this. You got this. I love you, bro. And the announcer goes, love you too, man. And not understanding that he was in front of everyone. And then Logan goes, and Tommy Fury, in between the rounds, they're in the 6th round. There's like 2 rounds left. He goes, Tommy Fury, you're a bitch ass motherfucker, and you're going to get knocked the fuck out. Like, that was so unprofessional, dog. And then,
yeah, well, they do it for the show, and that's their brand, and they, you know, like they're reckless with stuff. But yes, like,
and a little thing slowly came up on the screen. Apologies if we offended anybody with this language. And then even the announcers were like, "Oh man, you can't do that." You know, like, they were just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, but that's what they want, bro. They just want people to talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly. And then he proceeded to lose. So
he lost. He'll be back though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, the rematch, you know, it sells. You know, it was a close fight. There was a couple of point deductions. It was just a weird fight overall. I mean, God, it was just such a weird fight. But I didn't really put any money on it or anything because I knew it was just going to be weird. And I was like, I don't know who the fuck's going to win this, you know?
Yeah, I saw Drake. I'm sure people that are listening saw it too. $400,000 bet Drake put on Jake Paul knocking out Tommy Fury, and it paid out $1.4 million, and he clearly lost that money. But it's not like Drake is hurting from that loss, anyways.
Right, but there's a betting tactic behind that. What they do there is they're like, people know either when they see. So you have a couple different tiers of sports bettors. People who are literally just in it for the big things, and they just go with, they're not thinking about it at all. It's just a fun thing to them. So when they see Drake putting that much money on a fight, they're like, if Drake feels comfortable putting that much money on this, he's got to be some kind of right. You know what I mean? So they'll put $100 on it. So they're swaying people's mindset to be like, if Drake feels comfortable risking that much money, then I should put some money on it. And then you have the next tier of sports bettor who sees that and he's like, I know, I even watched this. Drake on his last like 10 bets, he's 1 for 9. He's one, and he always puts up that crazy amount of money. He's like 1 for 9, Nicholas. So in the sports betting community, we know to always fade Drake. And fade means do not take that bet, but almost take the exact opposite.
Gotcha. Okay.
And literally, it's like that in the sports betting community. Like people know Drake when Drake puts a bet out, it's toast. Last night in the main event for the UFC event, dude, we're sitting there and we're watching it, and right as round 1 starts, a little thing comes up from DraftKings Sportsbooks. An anonymous bettor put $117,000. So yeah, $117,000 on fighter A to win this fight. And I was like, that right there is a telltale sign that person is about to lose. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was like, they're literally trying to sway the live odds into oh, this anonymous bettor was so comfortable putting $117,000 down on fighter A that everyone else on the live betting is like, oh, I should do that too because somebody feels that confident, and then they steal all that money from these people. It's a scam, dude. Unless you're reading what the market and how things are actually going, it's pretty much a scam. But if you're gonna play the game, you best read the books.
Yeah, facts. Wow, honestly, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I believe it. I mean, the thing is, like, I bet that Drake and the betting companies could be in cahoots, being like, "Hey, put this money on this," and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or even just who knows if he's even putting that money down. You know what I mean? He could just be like, they're like, Drake, can we use your name? You'll get a percentage of all the money we scam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
they can do that.
It's all lies. It's all lies.
It's pretty wild, dude. Anything pressing before you go on this journey?
No, man. I mean, Namaste Nights, night 1 was a great.
God, dude. Yes, that was so much fun, bro. I wanted to bring this up at the beginning. I think I loved this episode. We got into so much off the wall shit.
Yeah, bro. And at the end of the day, it flows how it flows, you know. But
it does.
But it went great though. You know what I mean? I love teaching it. The glow sticks were fun. Everyone got in a child's pose, and it was a dark room. And I said, "Is everyone ready to begin?" I turned the lights off, and Ryan was there, but I'm just going to kind of set the scene for everybody. So I told everyone, if you're ready to begin, get in child's pose. I shut the lights off. It's pitch dark. So I start talking and giving out my message. And as I'm doing that, I'm setting down glow sticks on the ground with the help of my other 2 yoga instructors as well to help make this happen. And then and I had these galaxy projector lights. So they created a night sky on the ceiling and the walls and stuff. So when everyone came out of child's pose and seated, they saw all the lights and everything like that. And I was like, we're going to go on this journey. We're going to go to this place, you know? And yeah, it was amazing. And then here I made this because the whole thing is like the hand, right? Like that's like the logo, the brand. So I made this like perler for it. So I wore this necklace and it says Namaste Nights on it.
Yep.
It was a great time. It was amazing. And the next one is March 24th, and then April 21st is another one as well.
And people should come out to that because from a student's perspective, to my sensei, I don't regularly go to yoga classes. So I went there, you know, I had done it before, but seriously not regular enough to be like, you know, somebody who knows anything about it. So it was cool to just be in a place where this isn't my niche. You know what I mean? Because so much of time we're always doing the things we fuck with and doing the things we have experience with. So to go into a place and completely be able to surrender, especially to one of my best friends who this is what you do. You know what I mean? So literally we got into it. It was awesome. There was so many do you not want me to give things away?
I mean, yeah, you can talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, there were lights, and I mean, we painted neon things on our bodies and stuff, and the galaxy projections were just incredible. The vibe was so perfect for everything that you spoke of in the class too. I really felt like I was going through this journey, but I was also like floating through space. Like, okay, do you know in Nemo when they get in the bubble tunnel with the turtles? with the turtles. It felt like that, but in space. You know what I mean? I felt like I was floating through a bubble tunnel in space. And
Yes.
and
That's awesome.
and
That's so awesome.
I was really really enjoying myself. And the yoga class was fairly challenging, which I was like, a little bit of that competitive nature. I was like, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm like my legs were burning at one point, and I was like, oh man, that's good pain.
Yeah,
And
pain. Yes.
pain, and then it was really cool just to see everyone kind of take on the vibe that you set. You know what I mean? Like people came in and they painted themselves, and everyone started painting each other. It was so cool to see people almost like bring out that inner child before this yoga class. Like they
Mhm.
I remember one person was like, oh, like I forgot how much fun just like exploring the creative side can be. Like some not, I don't want to generalize people, but older folk can get so caught up in their everyday lives they forget to let the creative side of them shine sometimes, or they don't have the time. And
Yeah.
so one woman started painting on herself, and she's like, wow, this is so fun. Like, this is one of those things where you don't do it ever, and then when you do, you realize how much you miss it and how fun this is.
You don't stop playing when you get old. You get old when you stop playing.
Yeah,
And I think that it's good to like. I love it too because I wanted everyone to keep an open mind, right? I'm trying to create this new concept, this new energy surrounding yoga, with it still the same like messages and like challenge spiritually, mentally, and physically with the practice. But at the same time, I want to, challenge people to have that open mind, being like, okay, I don't want yoga to be this like strict, like piece, like must do it this way, flow, certain kind of music, spirit. Like, why can't we have fun? You know what I mean? Like, let's throw some different music on. Let's get creative with it. Like you said, like let's do some lights and cameras action. You know what I mean? Like, it's just yoga, you know what I'm saying? And we can make anything whatever we want it to be,
yeah,
and I just think that with the music festival culture and how I feel so connected with that, and then just how the yoga culture makes me feel so connected. And you know I have these amazing spiritual experiences in both realms, both music festivals and yoga. So I'm just like, I just have to figure out a way to put these both together. And the music I hear at music festivals, it's like I don't play the headbanger shit in my yoga classes, but like
right.
future bass, like Millennium and Seven Lions and what's his name? Said the Sky. Like they have these drops that like it makes me feel like there's a fucking beam of light pulsing through my chest. And I just wanted people to feel that as well in their yoga practice. Like when you're opening up these poses and you feel that drop and that beam of light shine, it's just like I just was like, I have to make it happen. And it's the thing too. I'm getting good feedback on it. People say they had a fun time and enjoyed it, but at the same time, like your biggest critic is yourself, right? Like the
Yeah.
person you're going to judge the most is yourself, especially when it's your first time doing something like that. But I always remind myself, like, I did my best. There was passion behind it. I did it to help and support other people as well. You know what I mean? And they're everything we just talked about. And so it's like, it's the first one. It's going to get better. It's going to improve. I'm going to tweak
Oh,
some
for
things.
sure.
I don't care how many people, I want people to come and I want people to experience it. But it's like, how many people, just like how many views we get on this, is not my concern. If I'm doing a good job in my practice and I'm doing what I need to do and I'm doing my best and the people are having a good and new experience and that they're having a good time, that's what matters. It could be 3 people, it could be 100 people, as long as I'm meeting my requirements and they are having a fulfilled expectation of fun, you know what I mean? Then that's what matters.
Yeah, and you're being paid with the priceless um experience. You know what I mean? You're getting paid an experience. Just like, us doing the first 25 episodes of this podcast, we've been paid with experience. If you go back to episode number 1 to this one, I'm sure us as podcasters are completely different. And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
think, Namaste Nights number 1 was fantastic. And I can't wait to see how it grows into, everything that it's going to become.
I will say that after the class, right, I drove to Ryan's house to hang out with him, and we had a fantastic time. And we had, as I'm driving, anyways, I'm driving from my house to Ryan's house. I'm passing the Anytime Fitness McDonald's in Port Clinton, and I look to the right, and there's a car full of these lights, right, like full of these LED lights. They're like and I'm not going to give too much away because I'm going to bring him to the next Namaste Nights, but it just inspired me. It's like, what can I make? How can I make this better? Because it was kind of dark, but there was definitely lights, but it was still dark. I want it to be like LED illuminescent, almost the whole room filled with it, you know?
Yeah. So wait,
But not,
inside the car there were
so
LED
there's a car, right? There's a car I see that's parked with an open trunk filled with these certain kind of lights. It's
Okay.
like these light pieces. It's like you'll just have to come and check it out at the next
Yeah,
Wednesday nights. Yeah.
exactly. I like it.
And I also just like, you know, it's amazing, and it's amazing that like you, my best friend and my family and like a ton of other people that came to support, and it's just it motivates me, it keeps me going, it keeps me thinking how can I make this better for them, you know, because they come and support, you know, me. It's just like it's full circle. It was amazing. Can't wait till the next one.
No doubt, dude, and I'll be there. Well, you know, I don't know where I'll be at in my life, but I plan to be there right now.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, man, this is a great podcast. I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Yeah. 25th. We're a quarter of the way to 100. It's the quarter quell of our podcast.
Quarter quell. Well, you got to think. 25. We're 2 more, and we'll be halfway to a year of podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Yep, bro. It's crazy. We doing this shit.
So,
I've been having a lot of fun, bro.
Me too, and I'm excited to see what grows out of this. So, all right, well, that's been the More podcast, and my name's Ryan,
and my name's Nicholas. This is SpongeBob,
and that's SpongeBob, and we will be seeing you guys next week. We'll be seeing you next week with all kinds of fun, creative content, and I'm excited to bring you guys some fun stuff. So on that note, if you like what we got going on here at More Podcast, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, send it to your grandparents, your boss, your teachers, everybody you know. Spread the word about the More Podcast, and we will see you next time.
See you guys. Peace.